Okay, I literally just seen this as I was finished, but I don't know why I said finished, but I just seen this. Hey man, I love Avatar. One of the best animated shows to me. Like definitely top two. Uh, let's say next Avatar changes bending forever. And I ain't gonna lie, I have seen like a bunch of information on like the upcoming like timeline of Avatar, the next avatars and stuff like that. So I'm hoping and I zoomed in on purpose on a YouTube. That's not how I view YouTube. But I'm hoping all that stuff on the timeline that I've been seeing like for like the past ever since they hinted at live action Netflix show, and you could literally search it up on Netflix and it would pop up the thumbnail of the show and all of that, but it never came out. That was like years ago, like 3+ years ago, something like that. So ever since then, they like released a timeline of all the stuff that's supposed to be coming out. Shows, movies, animated ones, live action ones, all that. So I want to see what this is. Hopefully it's actually about Avatar and it didn't just get trolled. It say next Avatar changes bending forever. So I'm gonna see what it's talking about. Shout out the Avatarist right here. That's the original video. I literally just seen them. I recommend it, so I want to check it out while I'm sitting here live. Check out the lives. Twitch.tv aka dev 2 underscores at the end.
Bending has changed forever, and I really don't think it's talked about enough. From Avatar The Last Airbender, to The Legend of Korra, all the way to the next Avatar, things have been progressing at a rapid rate. But is it for the better? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about today, but before we dive deep into these changes and what they mean, here is some quick Avatar news. This video is brought to you by Avatar Generations. Avatar Generations is the official Avatar mobile RPG brought to you by Navigator Games in collaboration.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
99.9% of you aren't subscribed. That is thousands of viewers not subscribed yet. So, if you find yourself coming back or enjoying the content, subscribe.
Everyone's favorite part of Avatar The Last Airbender is the bending. Okay, I know, the animation is stunning, the world bending is phenomenal, and Zuko has one of the best character arcs in animation history.
Indeed he does.
None of that compares to bending. The thought that was put into how bending works,
beautiful character development,
in my opinion, made one of the most creative and genius combat systems ever put into any fictional story ever. From the beginning, Mike and Brian wanted Avatar to be different. They didn't want to copy action scenes from movies or have the generic punch punch kick fast animation. That would probably run dry pretty fast with the audience. But not only the audience, but creatively as well. We all love Dragon Ball Z. It's a classic.
Indeed I do.
This
yes.
This gets a little old from time to time, which is kind of why Dragon Ball fans get...
Why did I just say yes 3 times like that NPC chick that be on that on TikTok? It's crazy. I've never seen those lives before. I hope that stay away from me.
Get mind blown when things are good. Like when the Broly movie looked amazing and had amazing fight choreography.
It was beautiful.
And we've had that forever in the Avatar verse. So how did Mike and Brian fix this issue? Well, they started taking classes under a martial arts instructor named Master Kisu. Eventually, after studying under this guy for a while, they pitched him the idea of Avatar, and immediately things started to click. Mike and Brian told him they wanted a monk who could bend air, and instantly Master Kisu attached that idea to Bagwajang. This whole concept of basing the magic system of Avatar on real-world martial arts would stick throughout all of the elements.
Nah, that's hard. I did not know that about Avatar. It was created you know, based off the real. That's fine.
Waterbending, which is soft and flowy, would be the perfect match for Tai Chi. The Fire Nation would be aggressive with crisp, long punches and kicks. This would be based on the Northern Shaolin fighting style. The Earthbenders would have this wide stance with powerful movements, and this would end up being based on Hung Gar Kung Fu. And to make things even better, Toph even got her own bending style. They wanted Toph to be unique because she was a small blind girl. They couldn't give her the usual earthbending style. They had to do something that made sense for her character, and that's where the praying mantis style comes
so far,
this
man.
would later on go to be very fitting, as one of the ancient rumors surrounding this fighting style is that it was actually created by a blind woman. Now, all of this is amazing, but there's one problem. Avatar is a franchise, and things need to move forward, things need to advance. If you're going to keep this real world aspect to the magic system, what makes the most sense to evolve it for their next series? And that's where modern styles of fighting come in. From the very start of The Legend of Korra, you could tell something had changed. There was this
top 10 show,
city, there were
animated show of all time,
and people were just bending differently. Even the way they were moving around, it was just a lot more similar to what you'd see in an MMA fight. A taller stance, quick 1-2s, none of these spinning attacks that waste a ton of energy. Now, when Korra was first airing, people didn't really know what they were seeing. I remember seeing a bunch of posts being like, why does Korra's fighting look cheap? What happened to the martial arts? All of that stuff. And they never really realized that this was done on purpose.
Folks complain about everything, man. It's crazy.
The creators even had Korra go through this mini arc of realizing that she was only taught traditional bending and she needed.
I was just enjoying the fact that we had got like a sequel type thing to Avatar, man. When this came out, of course I was a kid and stuff like that. I was young. I was a kid, yeah, probably.
To learn more modern styles of fighting as the Avatar.
Yeah, these shows
old now. A modern Avatar, she needed to learn modern fighting styles, and that she did. Now, why did this happen? Why has bending changed so much? Well, there's a few reasons. One of which, it just makes sense. I mean, just look at what happened in real life. You don't see these traditional martial artists competing at the highest level in any combat sport.
What?
And if they do,
who allowed that? What is this? What is this? Who allowed that? This man is just throwing punches at, like, it looks like a very older man.
It's because they learned more modern styles of fighting to complement their traditional style.
Lord.
Pretty much exactly like Korra did. But what's another reason? Republic's.
Hey, his mohawk kind of fire. I ain't gonna lie. The black dude. His mohawk, hey, he was kind of rocking that. It looked cool.
This place is sort of like the capital of the Avatar world. Benders from all nations are welcome here. When you have earthbenders, waterbenders, firebenders, and even a couple of airbenders, techniques probably get passed around and
the metal benders
shared with everyone. It's
in
sort
Legend
of
of Korra, a lot of people was metal bending.
On this already, but Zuko learned different bending techniques from different nations and applied that to his firebending. Now imagine this, but with infinitely easier access to the information that Zuko had. Now you have an entire society of people doing what Zuko is doing and evolving those styles even more. Which is why you see like average firebenders just generating lightning and it becomes.
Oh yeah, lightning bending too. I mean, they prescribe from firebending, and then metal bending comes from earth bending. So technically, I mean, you still can just say the main four. But this dude was insane.
Easier access to the information that Zuko had. Now you have an entire society of people doing what Zuko is doing and evolving those styles even more.
When they dropped this episode, I was like, yo, how many people out there in like the Avatar universe got some crazy like body alteration or something that can increase their bending? Because this was insane. I think he's a firebender, so he shoot like a real precise thing out the hole in it up there, and it explodes.
Which is why you see like average firebenders just generating lightning and it becoming just a day job for them to do it. When before you had to be royalty to even know this technique. Not to mention you have all these different benders from different nations starting families together. Like you have Mako and Bolin. They're brothers, but they bend different elements. Their parents both bent a different element. So now you have this city where lightning generation is normal, blood bending is a lot more common, and you even have a full society of metal
Disrespecting
benders.
Toph
Things
like
are just
that, man.
progressing at this rapid rate. And this leads me to
The
this
GOAT.
small but kind of significant Easter egg slash lore drop.
Metal bending, blood bending, lava bending, lightning bending. I think I do remember the lava bending. It's crazy.
By Avatar Studios in Avatar Generations that most likely will, but not for sure, play a significant role in the future of the franchise. We now have official symbols for sub-bending abilities. In this chart, we have symbols for metal bending, blood bending, lightning bending, and even lava bending, which for that to
Hey,
happen,
the blood
implies
bending
that
and the
a large
lightning,
group of
but
people
all of them
are
are
able
five
to
the
perform
symbols.
these abilities. You wouldn't make a symbol for just one
Oh,
person who's
okay, I
able
do
to
remember
perform
that.
these abilities. This would have to imply that there are at least a couple hundred or at least a small society of people who could do these things, which is in line with the leaks and rumors that we have gotten in the past for the next Avatar series. A rumor from a very credible leaker was flying around in the past that the next Avatar series will be about the earthbending Avatar.
Okay, now I need to look up, is there an anime where people are bending elements, bro? The natural elements? If so, put it in the comments. Cause this picture right here just make me want to watch. It made me wish Avatar had a real, like, more anime style of animation. At least like for a movie or something, and like more gory, you know, like people actually die. Even though that man Aang was definitely killing folks. Like, come on now. Everybody up in there was definitely killing folks for real. Yeah, let me know, man. I think I'm gonna look that up later on, if there's actually like a elemental bending anime out there.
After Korra, and will take place
make
in
me
a
wanna watch it.
cyberpunk setting, potentially even advancing the franchise 200 to 300 years into the future, so it's no wonder we are getting these symbols now. From Avatar The Last Airbender to The Legend of Korra, there were insane technological advancements and bending advancements as well, and that was only around 80 years. I can only imagine what the Avatar world will look like in 200 or even 300 years after that. We already have these huge mecha tanks.
Damn, that's gonna be the next like Avatar. It's gonna be in 200 to 300 years, bro. You thought this was futuristic? What they had now? They finna go in the span of 80 years, bro. They about to go crazy. Nah, that's kind of fire. I'm actually excited now. I'm curious what they gonna do.
Laser guns, high-level bending just being the norm. I know I already said it, but literally royal techniques from Avatar The Last Airbender were just being used as a factory working technique in The Legend of Korra. That is just insane to me, and it always will be. With the rumors stating to expect more Dragon Ball level fighting and flying airbenders, it's not crazy to think Republic City is going to become a dark place. It's a common theme in cyberpunk storytelling that a happy ending just isn't possible, or at least the ending can't be perfect. The world was separated in Avatar
Cyberpunk
The Last
anime?
Airbender.
I didn't know
In The
that.
Legend of Korra, it was much more united.
I did
Now,
know that.
I'm willing to bet in this next Avatar series, we're probably going to descend back into a more separated world. Perhaps even a dystopia, where these OP bending abilities are common in everyday stuff. If people are flying around, shooting laser beams and blood bending people all the time, who knows the kind of mess the Avatar is gonna have to fix in that series. And this is just the bending side of things. I could theorize on the technological side of things forever, but I just don't really find that stuff as interesting as bending. Anyways, the possibilities are literally endless where they could take this franchise, but that's just my take on things. Once again, thank you so much to Avatar Generations for sponsoring today's video. The link is in the description down below along with the pinned comment, and I will see you all in my next video. I could theorize on the technological stating to expect more Dragon Ball
Hey man, this definitely gonna be crazy. I don't know how they gonna do it, cause like Buddy just said, Avatar, the span from Avatar to Legend of Korra was 80 years. The next Avatar is going to be in the future, 200 to 300 years later, according to this guy that just said that. And in the span of 80 years in Legend of Korra, they was futuristic like crazy. I mean, look at the big robot. Everybody, and then every bending, like he just said, was used on the regular, like it ain't nothing. Like when folks was lightning bending, bro, they work hard for that back in Avatar: Last Airbender. That was just 80 years. Everybody lightning bending in freaking warehouses, just doing it for work. They lava bending, metal bending, and blood bending on the regular, just with ease. So imagine how bending is going to be in 200, 300 years. It's going to be different. For real, I'm excited for the new Avatar.
More dragon.
I am. That's going to be fun. I'm curious as hell now, bro. Dang.